Hey guys, it's Arlessa, and it's Tuesday, and it's rainy, and I love it, and my heart is happy, and I'm in my car. I've been in my car for about an hour and a half at my office, because when I got here, the rain was just like coming down, and I sat here. It's been over an hour I've been sitting here, so I'm fixing to have to just brave through because it's slowing down. But I said, hey, while I'm sitting here, I need to do a video really quick because this is something that hit me recently within the last coming days based on some reflection I did with a certain connection with somebody that I've had for, a few years, and how that friendship, turned and different, not turned, how it ticked and turned, and the things and the lessons that came with it. And there was maybe a little bit more of a friendship at some point with this person. But just the interactions that I had up until not too long ago when I was going through ending cycles, which I did a video on. So this is somebody that I have recently ended a cycle with, which I've ended several within the last few months. I ended several at one time, which was causing a lot of reflection on my part, because whenever you have different connections that aren't serving you and neither one of you are thriving on, and it's just that same pattern, then you need to let them go. And that's what I did. So I did do a video on that. Anyways, and one of these connections that I had to say goodbye to was one that was resonated with me a lot. I learned a lot about myself, my self-worth. So I honor the connection that I have with that person in order to allow me to see things the way that I ended up seeing them in regards to my own self-worth and things like that. So I do appreciate that connection. It was pretty intense for a few years. So I honor that connection. But something important that I did see and does allow me to see in my future when I date, this is a big thing, like when I'm dating somebody, these are some of the lessons that I bring in. And it's because of the things that this person showed me. So guys, this video is about why it's so important to take your time with getting to know somebody who they truly are, not what they show you in the beginning, right? Because when we date, we kind of put our best foot forward a little bit. Maybe we, keep things to ourselves, because maybe we think that we'll be rejected, or maybe we think someone won't understand. I mean, hey, I do videos like this, I read tarot, I do a lot of stuff that's considered kind of weird to a lot of people, so I don't always just pop out with that, or I didn't in the past. I am very transparent, but you get what I'm saying, okay? So people will maybe not show you their whole full self, because there's also like these filter processes, right? There we kind of do these, we have like certain waves of questions and waves of things in the way we do. But I've realized, like, within the last, since 2009, when I really 2019, when I really put myself in the dating and then kind of been back and forth with it, something I've really realized is that everybody is about instant gratification. Everybody wants that connection. Everyone wants that soul connection, and they want it right then. They want, like, I feel like not only do like movies and stories and things, but I think that social media, right? People just seeing like the good in all relationships kind of makes maybe single people aim for the perfection that they see, and they don't see like the real stuff in the behind. But anyways, so we kind of have like these instant gratification, like things that we feel like we want right then because we see other people have it, or we've wanted it. We're human. We all want this interaction. And so what we do is we skip over parts. Like when people, whoa, I'm not going to redo the video. We're going to keep it like that, because let me just say, this is real stuff, y'all. And I don't have a thing to hold my phone. Long story short, try to do it. Ended up breaking my dash trying to put one on there. So I'm just going to hold it, and every once in a while we'll have a flip like that and y'all can just giggle. Anyways, so we skip over some things when people tell us like who they are, right? We skip over things. Like we don't listen initially in the beginning to what people are actually telling us about themselves, because here's the deal. Even when someone doesn't show you everything they want to in the beginning, they're still who they are, and their verbiage is going to tell you a lot that you need to know, right? Take your time when talking to somebody to listen how they react, right? I mean, somebody is always going to tell you about themselves as long as you're listening. And that's the thing, this instant gratification thing that everybody has going on these days. I admit I'm guilty of it too, right? I think, but the reason that I'm catching myself in it is because of I'm bringing that more self-awareness through my dating journey now that I know what I know. And I think that it's super important to ask certain questions also. I think that we skip over initially coming out with strong questions because we don't want to scare anybody off. But the thing is that if you scare somebody off asking them a legit question, one of the questions I like to say is, hey, what is something that's a deal breaker when getting to know somebody? That's a simple question, but it's also, hey, tell me about yourself, right? Get to know people. Asking somebody their favorite color or like who their favorite football team, yeah, that's fun. Like that's that first initial contact. But when that's all you talk about and that's it, you're not getting to know that person, right? You're just shooting from that instant gratification need that's in there, that human need for companionship. It exists, it's there, but we have to learn how to manage it. And the thing is that like all these relationships and marriages that are like failing, I'm not saying it is because or isn't because of certain things that maybe people rushed through or didn't look at, but I think it plays a part, right? We'd be kind of naive if we said it didn't to a certain degree, right? Every situation's different. I'm not passing judgment, so please don't take offense to that, but it's true. I don't know how I'm gonna hold this because it's just all the way around. Like this thing's just sliding all around. Anyways, it's just really important to have these conversations with people. It's really important not to negotiate your own self-worth by not allowing somebody to show you what they're willing to give you, but via their response, via their actions. We all want it. So we skip over all kinds of things, right? Red flags. It's like, oh, we'll like push it to the side. Okay. Or somebody is when they're all interested in just talking about their past experiences and that's all they talk about and they're not interested in getting to know you, but we kind of like because maybe they're good looking and maybe we want something or maybe we have an agenda, and this agenda sometimes hazes over our logical thinking when it comes to how we are assessing these people that we are trying to give a chance to be in our life. And that's the way you look at it. Look, they're giving you a chance and you are giving them a chance, right? Don't you think you owe it to yourself to really take your time when getting to know somebody to make sure that they will be that person that is capable of meeting you where you're willing to meet them also? I think that it's wild to me how we skip over everything we think we deserve in order to get something that we think we need right then. But the truth is the time that we take is giving us that more time to bring what we deserve to us, because not only are we doing ourselves justice by allowing ourselves to not rush through something and really feel somebody out, really ask those questions, hear their answers. I don't think that we do that. Like, are they good compatible match? I'm not saying be too hard also. Like it's good to know that perfection is not out there, right? It's not. You're not ever going to find someone completely perfect. You may not ever find somebody that you have check off every single list, check up. You know what I mean? Check the whole list. That's what I was saying. But there's getting to know somebody it's just so unique and so interesting whenever they are also willing to get to know you and asking the questions and going on the dates, which are extremely important. If you're going to the bar every time you hang out with somebody and that's all y'all do, you need to look at that, right? Where's the quality time that's just you and them? Where's the movie dates? I mean, I guess if those exist still, right? Where are the movie dates? Where are the streaming dates? Where is like the Topgolf dates and the concert dates? Like, that's the time where you really want to get to know somebody, because you want to see how they are in public, what they like. Are you driving? Like, I don't know, guys. I'm having such a hard time wrapping my brain around the dating world, because I know you see it too. It's this instant gratification way of wanting things. And in turn, we end up just effing it all up for ourselves because we're not willing to invest time. And the thing is that this is the kicker. The instant gratification, the need for it to happen right then. And when we don't ask these questions to people and wait for the answers to come to us, or them to give us the answers, and therefore our own answers, if any questions that we have come to us with this person, we're not only, saying you're not worth my time because I want it now. That's really what it's saying. That's the energetic flow you're putting out. You're trying to rush it. When you try to rush things, you're just going to get stuff that's rushed, and there's going to be things that you miss. But not only are you saying to that person in your own way, I'm not willing to take this time to get to know you, to find out if you're compatible, but you're also saying I'm not worth taking this time for me to really listen to this person and assess whether they're going to be compatible with me. What are they telling me that I'm not listening to? Am I listening? Am I worried about how I'm going to make this fairy tale work instead of how to understand somebody, how to communicate with somebody? It's just crazy. And then let's talk about this whole ghosting thing for a second too. Let somebody know. Man, let me tell you, I was on a dating site, and this guy and I kind of hit it off a little bit. We didn't get too much into it. And he was gone for about a day, and he came back. He said, I'm sorry I was gone. He said, actually, he was already talking to somebody also, and we went on a date. We really hit it off, and I had a lot of fun talking to you, but I'm going to go ahead and see where this goes with this other person. And I wasn't sad. I was like, you know what? I appreciate that. Good luck. Like, I hope good luck for you. Because it was communication that needed to be had. It needed to be said. Therefore, I'm not sitting there wondering what I did or didn't do, right? He's just, hey, most of the time, it's not even what we're doing and putting on ourselves, right? And so instead of me saying, oh, it's me, and cutting down my own self-worth why someone would just like ghost me, he came back and he said, hey, and he gave me the communication that I needed in order to be like, okay, it's not me. It's just a process. So communicate with people. If you're not willing to communicate with somebody that you're not interested, or that you've gotten to know them and maybe don't think you're compatible, if you're not mature enough to give them an answer instead of ghosting them, then maybe you're not ready for a relationship, because relationships take communication. Any relationship, not just intimate. So we have to look at what we're willing to do and be willing to take the time that we need. And you're also giving them the time they need. And if they don't take the time, or they're not willing to give it to you, and they're just wanting what they're wanting without putting in the work, then take a look at that. Take a look at these things. Take time to look at what's really being said to you. Take a look at yourself. What are you doing or not doing? Are you asking questions? Are you putting forth the effort to get to know somebody instead of just expecting it to fall into place? So yeah, that's it. I got it. Okay, I got to go into my office. I'll watch this back. I think I'm just going to post it. And I always say, I hope I wasn't scattered all over the place, but you know what? It always kind of works out anyways, guys. So, all right, y'all have a good day. And if you have anything to add, please do. Let's get some discussions going. I really want to see it happen. Okay, bye.